Hi, this is Fred from Out of Box Wealth. I hope you're having a blessed day and you and your family are doing well. And just such an awesome time, springtime. And it's so incredible in springtime because there's such a profound change in energy. The temperature's changing. Sometimes it gets warmer quickly. And it's just really easy for us to recognize the existence of energy and different energies. And it's so amazing, all of the new science that is studying especially subtle energy. And the masters, from ancient times have always focused on helping us to focus on energy and the way that we look at energy, the way energy flows through us, the way that we are applying energy to ourselves, to our daily lives, to our thoughts, to our emotions, to our thinking, and the way that the response of our environment and our results and our personal manifestation develops based on energy. And so it's really, it's not just cool, but it's empowering, it's strengthening for us to daily take a new look at energy. And when we look at energy and we look at our own selves, we look at our body and the chemistry of our body, our mind, and the way that the electromagnetic flows of subtle energy flow through us, and we discover that what happens is that with us, one of the main, very easy to understand and powerful concepts that we can relate to is computers and apps and software, and how looking at ourselves and looking at the software that we come installed with, the software that we have, the ability that we have personally to be able to make choices that create energy within ourselves and allow that energy to just be able to flow through us, and also allow the natural energy of Mother Nature to flow to us, and all of the energies that come to us from different, universal sources. Somebody who's very powerful and whose research is really just changing the world in the way that we think of energy is Ibrahim Karim, and his newly developed discovery of biogeometry and how that can be used to help us save Mother Earth from the bioelectrical storms, from the radiation, from the harmful energies, and from the ebb and flow of energies bouncing off of each other. And when we are looking at ourselves through the mind and the understanding of energy, and we recognize especially our own habitual patterns. So the strongest advice given to us by philosophers of ancient times, was Gnothi Seuton, to know yourself. And we can know that who we are, we can recognize patterns, we can be aware of patterns that are repeating themselves, manifesting themselves through those around us, through situations around us. And when we can become aware that, as the wonderful practice of Ho'oponopono says, is that we are manifesting everything around us. We're responsible, we're co-creators, we are involved in everything that manifests around us. And when we take charge, when we take control of that understanding and start to apply it, and when we get out of just the thousands of years of warfare, military, programming and teaching that we have been subjected to for just such a long time. We get out of the wartime mentality. We get out of the survival mentality. We get out of the idea that things are limited, and that things are scarce, and that we're on a direction of destruction, and all of these just false ideas of manipulation and control, the splinter in your mind, as Morpheus pointed out. When we can become aware of those influences on our own personal thinking, on our own personal existence, all of the things that were presented to us, maybe even I don't want to use the word forced upon us, but it really is a type of trespassing energy that interferes with our original programming, because our original programming simply had none of that. When we first came into this experience, We laid on our backs and just looked up in the air, and we had a loving environment around us that provided for us. And that's the original programming. That same loving environment, that same mother, father, creator source is available to us just as powerfully now as it was ever. The only thing in our way is the thought that gets in the way of that understanding. So we still live in a loving, abundant, friendly universe that is doing absolutely everything to support us in all of our best interests. But because of free will, if we choose to focus or maybe even dwell on things of survival, things of harm, things of hurt, things that have brought results that we are not, that we weren't pleased with, that we were not happy with, that were maybe even harmful or hurtful, and have brought the appearance of loss, they can become patterns that we hold on to and repeat, and without knowing it, they become a part of our subconscious, and then they become a part of our regular operating program. But the good news is that when we're in a situation like this, when we have the flow of water that symbolizes original creation, creation before there was any influence of a fall, before there was any influence of corruption, lack, disease. And when we can allow ourselves, when we can allow our body chemistry, when we can allow our spirit, we can allow our thinking, we can allow our soul to retune and refocus to the primal source, the primal source, the primal energies. And that's what the flow of water does. It reminds us, it has the frequency, it has the flow that can remind us to just be in the flow, a kind flow, a caring flow, a loving flow, a wonderful, beautiful flow, a life-giving flow, a nourishing flow. And that is the energy that will manifest all around us, to us, and through us. And again, put ourselves in the most powerful position of being able to help our brothers and sisters to restore this earth once again back to the original garden paradise. That is the future of our family. That is the future of our heart's desire. And that is where we are headed. That is where we are going. Everything else is an illusion. Everything else is an illusion of ego and a system of control. But because it is false, because it is not authentic, because it doesn't have its own source, it doesn't have even its own being, it's really just an idea. It can't last, it can't survive, and it certainly will not be the prophetic future of our loving family of brothers and sisters living in our garden paradise, Emirates, being restorers, being healers, being those who do assist in every way, lovingly and kindly and peacefully, in restoring the earth once again to the original garden paradise. Love and blessing to you. Namaste, Shalom, Gnothi Save Time.